Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rudi and thank you so much for being here. We're in a little bit of a different place because I started filming earlier in the day. It's 11:25 right now and the sun is beaming directly into my room. So sorry for that, but it's fine. I also feel bad because today we are doing the Very Best Award for hair care and this is what my hair looks like. It feels wrong and that's okay. I also am going to do something very crazy to my hair today. I am going to chop it off. So I actually am working with an editor right now, possibly. So if I have chopped my hair, I will have her put in a picture of me with my new hair. I have told my husband a million times to not let me cut my hair, but I feel like I was in my flop eras when I told him that, and now I'm in my slay era. Like, I'm starting to figure out my style and like what I like. If it's a flop, it's okay. Hair grows back. Hair grows back. Hair grows back, right? Hair grows back. So in the meantime, let's talk about how I did keep my hair healthy and long and beautiful this year and the products that I felt like made a huge difference in my hair health. If you're new here, we are currently in our Very Best Awards series. This is when every year at the end of the year, I talk about my favorite products from each category of makeup, skincare, hair care, and body care. So far, we've already posted skincare and makeup, so I can have those linked below in the description box if you're curious about it. And I will say a lot of the winners from this year are winners from previous years as well, just because when I find something really good with my hair, I tend to continue to use it, especially because with your hair, especially if you have color treated hair like I do, washing it excessively can really damage your hair and it can fade the color faster. So once I find a really good system that works for me, I like to stick with it. However, there are definitely some new ones in the mix this year. And I also wanted to mention my hair type, because these recommendations and products are really only going to work for people who have a similar hair type to me. Not to say that you shouldn't try them if you're interested, but I just wanted to put it out there as to why they may have worked so well for me. So my hair is fine, straight, and thin. I have a lot of hair, so it's not like it's thinning, but it is a finer, thin, straight hair. Like when I wash my hair and brush it, there is no curl, there is no coil. It is stick straight, which is, you know, very annoying because I would love to have like a bend, a curve, a wave, something, but it's fine. It's fine. So today we are going to cover like shampoo and conditioner all the way down to some of my favorite hair accessories, and meaning like the way I clean my brush or how my hair dries, etc., etc. The only thing we don't really cover in these is hair tools, just because I have an entire hair video that I can link down below where I talk about the different tools that I like to use. But it's safe to say that I pretty much use all of the Dyson hair tool products. I use the Dyson hair dryer all the way to the Dyson Corral straightener. I also use the air wrap, so I know those are super high-end products, but they are honestly my favorite and I find them to be worth the money. So just keep that in mind as we go through and let's get into it. If you are new here, like I said, we talk about skincare, hair care, makeup, body care, vlogging. We kind of do it all. And I would love to have you subscribe in 2023. Like, how fun would that be? Come on. Come join the berry patch, girl. Or boy. Both. Go. Okay, so to start off, we are going to kind of go down the way that you would if you were in the shower. And this year for my shampoo and conditioner, my maintenance shampoo and conditioner, it is the same winner from last year. Say it with me. It is the Crown Affair The Ritual Duo. So this is the Crown Affair The Ritual Shampoo, and this is the Crown Affair The Ritual Conditioner. I actually had the pleasure of working with them this year to talk about one of their sets that came out recently, and I was so happy because I have been talking about this brand now on YouTube for over a year. It is expensive, okay? I am not going to sugarcoat it for ya. Crown Affair is expensive. It is one of the more expensive hair care brands that I continually repurchase, and that should tell you something, okay? So yes, I do get PR from them, but I will tell you that I use it so much that I continue to purchase them after I've gone through what they send me. So these are considered to be weightless, gentle, nourishing, lightweight. They're made with shine-inducing ingredients. That's what they say on the back of here, including beet extract, frizz-free hair. Really, really beautiful for maintenance if you have hair like mine that is straight and fine. I also wanted to mention that these are pregnancy safe. I know that that may not be something I talk about on my channel a lot, but one of my best friends was looking for pregnancy safe hair care, and I ended up recommending this. So just keep that in mind. Super clean, great for your hair, great for your body and your pregnancy, and they work so well. to really get rid of all of the buildup and dandruff or dry shampoo product, whatever is in your scalp, while also deeply nourishing your hair without leaving it super heavy. I've talked about this a million times. Like, you're just gonna have to trust me at this one and try these out. Like, I have yet to have someone who has tried these on my recommendation not like them. If that happens, I don't know, I would feel insane because it's that good, and that's how much I put my trust in this product. My next category is going to be the deep conditioning mask. Crown Affair deep conditioning mask. Amazing, beautiful. I would totally recommend that if you are someone who doesn't color treat your hair and you have like no interest in also adding a little bit of that color back into your hair, which we're gonna talk about a few times in this video. But my winner this year was actually the Christoph Robin Shade Variation Mask, specifically in the shade Chic Copper. So my hair is slicked back right now, and you can see mostly my roots are very dark brown, but I've been coloring my hair this very vibrant copper color for the past couple months. It's my favorite hair color I've ever done. It's the hair color that I see myself continuing to have as I get older, and it's also the hardest color to keep in your hair. So anytime that I can use something in the shower to help with that color maintenance, I'm going to try it. And this was recommended by my hairstylist. So basically, this adds copper tones into your hair while also being a deep conditioning mask. This is the color. You can see I'm almost done with this one. And it actually uses carrots, I think, to get this color. There are a lot of other colors besides this Chic Copper one as well. If you're a blonde, if you're a brunette, and you want to add different tones to your hair. This one works so well for me, and it makes my hair incredibly soft. You can actually use this in your roots as well, which is not something I would typically do with a deep conditioning mask. But when it comes to a color mask, I want to make sure that my roots are being touched as well. And it does not leave your hair heavy, just incredibly soft and silky with that boost of color. So you can see here on the back, it has a picture of the before and after. It's very, very subtle, but you can see that it just adds that vibrancy back into your hair while you're in between washes. Absolutely love this. It's like a 2-for-1. Okay, so we're getting out of the shower at this point. We've conditioned, we've shampooed, we've done the whole thing. We put a little bit of color back into our hair. And now we are, you know, letting it dry a little bit and needing to heat protect your hair or add in that treatment that's really going to keep your hair from drying out, frizzing out, or having any heat damage. So my winner from last year for this heat protectant slash, you know, all over wet hair treatment category was the Kerastase Elixir Ultimate. This is still the winner for this year, but I do have a tie product, which I never really do. Usually I have one product per category, but this year I wanted to mention something else. First of all, this is the only bottle of this I've ever had, and look how much I've used. This much, okay? And I use this thing all the time. So although Kerastase is expensive, I'm telling you, you will not go through this in more than like a year and a half time, because it is so thick, moisturizing, beautiful in the hair. Basically, again, this is another recommendation from my hairdresser. This is amazing oil. It can be used in wet hair, in dry hair, in damp hair, and it does all the things. It heat protects, it adds shine to the hair, it nourishes the hair, it helps with frizz. Like, it literally does all the things. If there was one thing in this video besides the Crown Affair that I would recommend to you, it would be this. But I've also tried another treatment style oil this year, and I've tried it before, but I worked with this brand this year, so I was using it a lot more, and that is the classic Moroccan oil treatment. This is for all hair types. This is also a similar like oil that also provides heat protection. It's said to help with manageability, shine, deliver long-term conditioning without leaving a residue, which I would totally say this covers all of those bases. So you can use this in damp hair and then air dry it. You can use it in damp hair and use a heat product like a blow dryer, just the same way that you would use the Kerastase. I think also if you like love the Moroccan oil scent, like this is the one for you. Classic product, everyone loves this one. So if you're looking to try something different from the Kerastase, I definitely recommend the Moroccan oil as well. But this one is just my baby. It's my go-to. Anytime my hairdresser uses something on me, I'm like, give it up, babe, give it up. So at this point in your hair journey, you've washed, you've dried, perhaps you've styled, you know, whatever it is that you need to do with your hair. And now we are on to some of like the sprays and the different texture and the volume that I like to see in my hair. And this is a brand new product to me, and this brand has 2 winners in this video this year. And this is for your texture, your finishing spray. Perhaps you don't want to go in with a full-on hairspray, which we'll talk about. Maybe you just want to add a little bit of volume to the hair. Maybe you just want things to stay in place a little bit. You want to add some texture, some grit to the hair. This is the Color Wow Style on steroids. This is considered a performance enhancing texture and finishing spray. Get sexy texture and record-setting results. Non-stiff, non-sticky hold with thermal protection, bitch. That's what we're going for. All the words that are in this are what I like. The fact that it has thermal protection, so it's gonna protect your hair from heat damage. It is non-sticky, it's non-tacky, but it also adds that oomph and volume in your hair. You can brush through this and still have clean hair afterwards. It comes in an aerosol can, so it's not gonna be like shooting directly at you. It's gonna be like a fine mist. Never sticky, never stiff or crisp. We don't do crisp. And then also you use this on dry hair. So they say in the instructions to flip your hair upside down, spray under your layers, rake through with your fingers to make beachy waves, section each area, and then you can use it before heat styling, but you definitely want to use this on dry hair. I love this. It adds so much volume and grit to my hair. That's all I can say. Just trust me on that one. It's really freaking good. I'm really glad that I was introduced to Color Wow this year. But if you are wanting to get into a little bit of the stronger hold or something that's going to give your hair the natural look but stay in place, this is a hairspray that I tried this year that has really replaced my Tresemme hairspray that we all used to use in the past. And this is the Moroccan Oil Luminous Hairspray in the medium hold. Also in an aerosol can, this is the jumbo size. They also come in just like a regular size. You don't have to get the jumbo. But this gives you really flexible results while having a bit more hold than this product. So for example, if I was fully curling my hair and I wanted it to stay all night, I would probably go for this over the Color Wow, although you could definitely put this in your roots to add a bit of volume before going in with a traditional hairspray for your ends. This is also a product that you could use on a look like this to make sure that you're keeping that really sleek look to your hair, which we're going to talk about how I achieved this. But if you wanted that bun in the back to really have these little nice little pieces, this is a product that you could use for that. It also smells so good, you guys. It smells like the classic Moroccan oil scent. You definitely don't need to buy a high-end hairspray for it to work like a normal hairspray, but I find this one to be really elevated because, again, it is a medium hold. It's brushable and it leaves your hair looking really, really beautiful. So these are my winners this year for texture spray and traditional hair spray. Let's talk about dry shampoo. My baby, my whole life is about dry shampoo. It's something that I use constantly as someone with straight hair who gets very greasy and oily root. Oily root, greasy root, that's me. And my winner every year is gonna be the same because I have yet to find a cheaper alternative to this product. But I do wanna mention a higher end option that I have been really, really loving this year, and just being honest in the fact that I have used a high-end dry shampoo this year because I had it with me. And that, my two options here for winners are obviously Batiste and then the Living Proof Perfect Hair Day Dry Shampoo. These are my two winners this year for dry shampoo. Batiste wins every year, okay? This dry shampoo specifically, this is the coconut milk and hemp, just like classic dry shampoo. They've kind of changed their packaging. I usually love the Light and Bare, I think it's called, but really any variation of Batiste is going to give you the same results as a high-end dry shampoo. It's amazing. I love that it's in an aerosol spray, $6 to $10. You can find jumbo ones at TJ Maxx. This dry shampoo is just as good, if not better, than the one I'm gonna talk about next. But I wanted to mention it because, if I'm being honest, I have been using this one the most this year. That is the Living Proof Perfect Hair Day Dry Shampoo. And it quote unquote actually cleans hair, eliminates oil, sweat, and odor. I have been loving this. I already went through a full size, so I only have my minis with me because this is actually what I travel with. I travel with all Living Proof hair products because they had a really good set this year and I purchased it. And I just feel like it's done very, very well for my hair. Similar to Batiste, perhaps a little bit more absorbent, has a nice light Living Proof scent. I feel like it does help eliminate with sweat, so if you're working out, this is a great one to use after you've worked out or before you're going to work out to help soak up some of the oil and odor in your hairline. These are both amazing. You do not need to spend an arm and a leg to have a good dry shampoo. Batiste is amazing, but if you are looking to kind of splurge on a higher end dry shampoo, all of the ones from Living Proof are amazing. They always have been. They just know what they're doing with the damn dry shampoo. Okay, so I would say a category that has been introduced into my hair routine in the past couple years that I never used before, because I mentioned that I have oily hair, is a hair oil. And it has become something that is way more like, people know what a hair oil is, but I feel like back in the day, especially when I was like a teenager, nobody had a hair oil. Like, that was not a thing. And now it is like a major part of my routine. So outside of the Kerastase and the Moroccan oil treatments, which, side note, those can both be used as a finishing oil, I find them to be a little heavy as a finishing oil, which is why I want to mention this one. I was really back and forth between this one and the Crown Affair hair oil, which is also incredibly lightweight and great for lightweight, thin hair. But ultimately, the one that I used the most this year was the Olaplex No. 7 Bonding Oil. This is an amazing lightweight hair oil. I love everything about this product. First of all, I love the size. I love how mini it is. I love that it fits in my drawer perfectly. I love the way that the product comes out of this little hole. You just like turn it over and plop some into your hands. Freaking love that, because it doesn't give you too much product. When you're dealing with hair oil, you want to make sure you're using a little bit at a time, because you can easily get out of hand. I freaking love the smell. I love the smell of Olaplex products, but for some reason the No. 7 Bonding Oil, the most beautiful, like, light fruity scent. Oh, I love it so much. And another reason that I love it, outside of all of these things, and the fact that it's super lightweight and like a dry oil, perfect for like second day hair when the top of your hair is feeling oily but the bottom is feeling dry. It also is a heat protectant. So you can use this on your dry ends and then go in with your curling iron, and your hair is still being protected from heat, even though you're adding nourishment back into your hair, which is always the goal. You want that beautiful, fluffy, like blown in the wind hair, but it looks crisp and clean and like no frays, no split ends. This, look how thin it is. I love it. I love it so much, you guys. I am so glad that I found this year. It's just so cute. It's so good. Highly, highly recommend it. I love Olaplex this year, but this one was by far my favorite product they made. Let's talk about two products that have to do with color treating, color fading, and like root touch-up in a way. So one product that I feel like, I'm not sure if I mentioned last year, that has been my ride or die now for a couple years when it comes to maintenance in my hair color, and I don't have it with me because I use it all the time and then you just toss it. But it is the Kristen S Hair Gloss. I love Kristen S. I just want to say, like, this is the Berry Best Awards, and the Berry Best Awards kind of talk about my favorite from the tippy top, and I kind of don't think about, like, is this drugstore, is this high-end? Like, I just give you what I feel is my favorite thing. But if I was doing a drugstore version of the Berry Best Awards, Kristen S would probably win in every single category. And that's not to say that her products aren't worth trying. I'm saying, like, I love the Gentle line. I love the Signature line. I love her accessories. Like, there are so many good things from her line that I highly, highly recommend you try. But if you have color-treated hair, this is the one that you must pick up. In the past, I would never use a box dye or like a box at home hair coloring system ever. Like, when I was a kid, I used to use them all the time. My mom would let me do whatever I want to my hair, and God love her. I box dyed in high school and college, like completely, totally did. But as I got older and like had more money and had a regular ass job, I realized it's not good for your hair, okay? My hairdresser was like, bitch, stay away from box dye. So when I read about the Kristen S gloss, it was the first one that I saw that I was like, oh, I'm really interested in this. This is a temporary gloss that's going to basically retone and add hydration, shine, and a little bit of color to your already existing color. So I love the shade Copper Penny because obviously that is like the copper shade that matches what I go for. But they have tons of options. I used to use Chocolate Cosmo. They have a clear version that just gives you a ton of shine back into your hair. And since seeing Kristen S release this product, I have seen so many other brands do the same thing. Moroccan Oil, DPQ, Madison Reed, like all of these brands have done this at-home gloss now as well, which is so exciting because if you have color-treated hair, I used to only be able to go into the salon to get my hair glossed or to get my hair touched up, and now you can do it at home, which is amazing. Highly recommend the Kristen S one because it is really inexpensive and does such an amazing job. Love it, love it, love it. But if you're dealing with a different issue, which is the roots, okay? I deal with root issues because my hair grows in very dark and you can see like this line of demarcation between my nearly black hair and then my copper hair. This product saved me this year in terms of root coverage. This is the Color Wow Root Cover Up Kit. It looks like an eyeshadow, and as well, it might as well be a damn eyeshadow for all we know, but this works so well. I have mine in the shade Red. They have a ton of color options to choose from. You can get this at Ulta or Sephora, I believe. It comes with this brush, and it has like a more like taut end and then a like lighter weight brush end. I typically use the smaller end. And you just hold your hair down taut and you blend in the color into your hair. I don't know why this color is so special, but it works so well. And if you go to Color Wow's website, you can see different hair colors and different hair types using this, and it works so freaking well. Like, that looks like a nice ass eyeshadow. It works so well in your roots. I'm telling you guys, if you need a root cover up, I have tried a lot, okay? I tried the sprays. Hated the sprays because I felt like it was getting in my part, which I did not like. This gives you the option to get it exactly where you want it without touching your actual hairline. I love it. It lasts for days. It's beautiful. Like, just trust me and try it, and I promise you won't go back. Even the blondes, try it, because I have seen them cover black hair with the blonde root touch-up. I'm just saying. Okay, so my last product recommendation before we start getting into some of like the extras here is how I achieved this slick back look. I love this look. It is like my look I do every single week when my hair is too greasy to wear down. I used to just, I don't even know what I did before this like model look became the thing, because truly my hair was greasy all the time. So my biggest recommendation to get this slick back look is the TIGI Bedhead Stick, or I think that's what it's called. This is a hair stick for cool people. I love this. It works so well to slick back your hair. All you do is take off the top and then you push up from the bottom and the stick comes up, kind of like a push pop, like literally like a push pop. And then you apply this. So I'll have to do like a tutorial on how I tend to do this, because I think there are a lot of ways to get this perfect hair, and not that mine is perfect by any means, but a lot of the times I see girls or people with longer hair like sectioning it off so many times and making like this big crazy thing. I don't do that. I just really take my time with my boar bristle brush, which we'll get into, to make sure it's really slicked back and looks really even. My biggest tip is using this, like putting your hair back kind of messily, not the final look, putting this in, then taking your hair down and re-brushing it up into your final pony, because it's going to be like extra slicked back when you brush through it again with a boar bristle brush. So that's my recommendation for this. This does not leave any like residue in the hair at all. It has a slight scent, but nothing crazy. I wouldn't be too worried about that. Beautiful wax stick. I got mine on Amazon, but if you like the slick back look, I just recommend you get one of those in general. So I was talking about the boar bristle brush. Again, if you're doing like this sort of part with the slick back, I recommend getting one of these. I definitely think I got this on Amazon, but it's from the brand Style Up. So, no, it's from the brand Olivia Garden. Sorry. Remember last year I said Olive Garden? I was like, my brush is from Olive Garden. So basically, this is a two-sided brush. One side is meant to help you make your perfect part, which is very helpful. And then the other side is a short bristled boar bristle brush, which is like, this is a particular brush that you need to get this slick back look. So this is what I use to get these hairs to lay down after I have put in my gel. It's going to give you that perfectly slicked back look without any bumps. This is a must-have, you guys. If you want the slick back look, this is a must-have. I'm telling you, like, a normal brush is not going to give you the slickness that a boar bristle brush will give you. Which, speaking of, it's good to have a regular brush as well in your collection. And honestly, I'm kind of on the hunt for a new everyday brush. I don't know. I feel like I need to try something else out. But I did use my Tangle Teezer the most this year as my everyday brush, especially on wet hair. Similar to a wet brush, the Tangle Teezer can be used on wet or dry hair. It's plastic, very soft bristles, so it doesn't pull at your roots. Great for detangling, great for kids as well. It has this ergonomic shape to it, so it's really easy to brush your hair with it without a handle. I honestly haven't figured out which way you're supposed to hold it. If it's this way or if it's this way. I think it's this way. I don't know. That way feels better for me. But if you have a brush recommendation for me outside of this one, let me know. I'm open to it. Any price range. Maybe not like $100, but anything less than that. And then speaking of brushes, something that I just recommend that you have with you while you're in your hair care journey is a brush cleaner. This one is also from Olivia Garden, aka Olive Garden, and this one was also from Amazon. It's just a double-sided one. You really only need one with like this side, which is like the more dense side. But basically you just rake your brush like this, and it gets all of the hair and dust and nastiness out of your brush so that you're not continuing to put that back into your roots. You don't want to have all of the nastiness go back into your roots after you've just washed and dried your hair. So make sure you're cleaning out your brush. You can also clean it with like alcohol, things like that, but make sure you're pulling all of the hair and dead skin and all of that out before you go in to submerge it in water and clean it. Just saying. Don't be nasty. And my last two winners of the year are accessories that I just recommend to everyone, and it's not necessarily about a brand, it's more about the product itself, which is a Turby Twist and a scalp scrubber. A scalp scrubber will change your life if you have an oily scalp. If you have an oily scalp or you deal with dandruff, you have to get one of these. Again, Amazon, super cheap. These are silicone bristles here, and you just really take your time to get in your scalp while you're cleansing with your shampoo, but also with a scalp scrub or something similar to that if you deal with dandruff. This is going to help break up the product in your scalp as well, which is going to elongate the time between your washes. It also just feels amazing. So really nourishing and helping like massage the scalp also helps with hair growth. So there's a ton of reasons why you should be getting one of these. And while we are taking care of our scalp, we also want to make sure that we're taking care of our ends and not having too much pull on our hair, which can cause breakage at the root, at the tip, mid-shaft, whatever. We don't want to deal with that. And so getting a Turby Twist or something similar to this is from Aki's, which I think is K18's new brand, but essentially you want to make sure you have a microfiber towel that is meant specifically for the hair, where you basically twist your hair into it, you flip it upside down, and you've got yourself a tiny little Turby Twist. It's important that you use a towel like this, one, because it's lightweight, it's meant for the hair, it fits your head perfectly, and two, microfiber is going to suck up so much water from your head that you won't have as much drying time as if you used your regular towel. When you're using your regular towel, it's really heavy, it's pulling from your roots, especially when your hair is wet. It's at its most pristine, it's at its most like likely to break off, so you want to make sure you're very gentle with your hair when it's wet. So make sure you're using something like this. I'm telling you, it was a huge change in my hair health when I switched to this. I'm parched. Okay, I'm about to go eat lunch and then I'm gonna get my hair chopped off. I really can't believe that. I'm so excited. Okay, next video is going to be best of body care. I'm really excited for that video, but also it's gonna be different than past years because I was diagnosed with a #rare skin disease this year. A lot went down with my body this year. It went through quite a lot. So we're gonna go on that journey and talk about like the most sensitive products and the ones that worked best for me. So if you're eczema prone, if you're a rashy girl or boy, like stick around for the body care. And then we'll get into some of the worst products of 2022, which is such a fun video. I hope you guys have an amazing week preparing for the holidays, whatever it is that you celebrate. I love you, I celebrate you, and I'm so grateful for you this year. And I will see you guys in the next video really soon. Bye.